The health department logged more than 9,000 new COVID-19 cases on the fifth straight day today. The health department is pushing for step-down facilities to help decongest hospitals in COVID-19 hotspots. Health experts are warning against proliferation of fake COVID-19 vaccines. Small businesses are bearing the brunt of stricter quarantine measures across the NCR Plus bubble. And tributes poured in for the late OPM icon Claire de la Fuente, who passed away earlier today. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Riza Diaz. The health department reported over 9,000 new COVID-19 infections for the fifth consecutive day. That brings the country's caseload to above 741,000, some 124,000 of which are still considered active. The death toll now stands at nearly 13,200, with 5 new viruses fatalities recorded in the past 24 hours. Now, at least 103 patients recovered from the disease overnight, pushing the total recovery count to more than 603,000. Now, the Octa Research Group has revised its projection for the month of April, saying that daily cases may no longer reach as high as 18,000.
Yung 18, that was even before yung GCQ bubble. So we had the GCQ bubble, we had an ECQ. So right now, it's probably not going to hit 18,000. Baka yung, upper range natin yung mga maybe 13,000. Maybe it could hit a little more than that, pero we don't think it's going to hit 18, that range anymore.
Now, with Metro Manila and nearby areas reverting to ECQ, low-income individuals are calling for financial assistance from the government to cope up with their daily needs. Ryan Ang is joining us live from Quezon City to talk about this. Ryan, how are our small vendors and entrepreneurs doing?
Risa, is just the second day of ECQ in the NCR Plus bubble, but sidewalk vendors and other small businesses are already bearing the brunt of it. A flip vendor in Caloocan City said he's gotten lesser income due to the longer curfew. The same goes with 86 years old cigarette vendor Macario Solo, who had to skip meals because he has no money to buy food. Taxi, jeepney, and tricycle drivers are also having a hard time making ends meet with fewer people going out. Richard Catado used to roam around to get passengers, but now he has no choice but to line up with other taxis and just wait for commuters. Same is the case with Danilo Pasqua, a tricycle driver who used to earn 700 pesos daily before the ACQ, but now it's down to 300 pesos. Aside from this, their TODA only allows them to go out every other day to give way to other tricycle drivers. Visa vendors and drivers are hoping the ECQ will not be extended, but if the government decides to do so, they're asking for financial assistance to cope with their daily needs. Riza?
you're still watching One News Now, I'm Riza Diaz. Malacanang says it will be up to the LGUs if the assistance approved by President Duterte for low-income NCR Plus residents will be in cash or in kind. We have with us Undersecretary Rico Judge Echeverry from the Interior Department to clarify this to us. Sir, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Sir, can you please give us an update and clarification on this? We have a lot of questions. What was the agreed upon, or what was agreed upon, sir, on last night's meeting?
Well, the only agreement that was reached is that it will now be given to the LGUs for their disposition, as identified by the DSWD that there are more or less 21 million beneficiaries of the 1,000 pesos at least per person to be given this ayuda. At this point in time, I think they're trying to decide whether it would be in cash or in kind. Let me get back to you on that.
Sir, where or when will the LGUs receive these funds for assistance?
As soon as possible.
Mhm.
By the time they decide siguro kung which would it be? Would it be cash or in kind? Then as soon as possible, perhaps.
Mhm. And how about, sir, the allotted budget for this? At saan po manggagaling ang funds?
Well, this is more or less the 32 billion, more or less, from the Bayanihan 2 that was unutilized. That the law gave the president that allowance to use that discretionary, well, not discretion, but the unutilized funds for this purpose.
Mhm. Sir, what assurance do we have that LGUs will not abuse this approved assistance?
Yeah, that's why the DILG is now here to monitor them closely, because as you can see before, it was centrally given to the SWD for their disposition. Now, since we are now giving it now to the local government, I'm sure we have mechanisms to check on whether or not they will be using this accordingly. We already have a list that came from the DSWD, and we will closely monitor it through our city directors and DILG staff to closely monitor it with the LGUs at the same time.
Mhm. Sir, one final question. What will be the penalties in case, of course, there would be abuses?
Ay, nako. Huwag nyo na kami subukan. Mafa-filean ho talaga kayo ng admin case sa ombudsman. And with that, for sure, it's not just only admin case. It could also be a criminal case at the same time.
Maraming salamat, Secretary Echeverry. Thank you very much.
You secretary.
And for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. You may also visit, of course, our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register now for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.